1. Which instructional strategy is most effective when teaching recruits how to apply constitutional law during policing scenarios? A. Rote memorization of statutes. B. Scenario-based learning exercises. C. Silent reading assignments. D. Multiple-choice quizzes only. 2. A field training officer mentoring a new recruit should primarily focus on A. Completing paperwork quickly. B. Modeling ethical decision-making in real time. C. Reviewing historical cases exclusively. D. Memorizing departmental policies without application. 3. When evaluating a recruit's report-writing ability, the best approach is A. Checking for correct spelling only. B. Assessing accuracy, clarity, and legal sufficiency. C. Limiting review to word count. D. Providing no feedback to promote independence. 4. Which adult learning principle is critical for police training programs? A. Adults learn best through passive listening. B. Adults are motivated by immediate application of skills. C. Adults require no feedback during learning. D. Adults prefer abstract theories over real-life relevance. 5. In curriculum development for MCOLES training, which element ensures measurable outcomes? A. Clear and specific learning objectives. B. Lengthy theoretical discussions. C. Generalized mission statements. D. Open-ended facilitator interpretations. 6. A training evaluation designed to measure procedural justice knowledge should A. Include vague questions. B. Focus on observable competencies. C. Be entirely subjective. D. Rely on memory recall alone. 7. Which communication technique best builds rapport with community members during a police interview? A. Aggressive questioning. B. Active listening and empathy. C. Monotone delivery of questions. D. Ignoring nonverbal cues. 8. The most reliable method to ensure compliance with regulatory standards in training is A. Ignoring state mandates. B. Incorporating mandated objectives into lesson plans. C. Relying on instructor discretion only. D. Leaving interpretation to recruits. 9. When designing an assessment for traffic stop procedures, the primary focus should be A. Penalizing minor mistakes. B. Assessing adherence to safety protocols and legality. C. Memorizing statutes only. D. Grading handwriting quality. 10. Mentoring in the MCOLES framework emphasizes A. Encouraging rote memorization. B. Supporting skill development through coaching and feedback. C. Avoiding direct interaction with recruits. D. Withholding constructive criticism. 11. Which adult learning approach is best for firearms training? A. Experiential practice with feedback. B. Reading technical manuals only. C. Watching videos without practice. D. Writing essays about safety rules. 12. In evaluating communication effectiveness during role plays, instructors should measure A. Tone, clarity, and nonverbal cues. B. Length of speech only. C. Number of words used. D. Silence between responses. 13. To ensure regulatory compliance, trainers must A. Follow MCOLES approved objectives. B. Create objectives informally. C. Use outdated case law. D. Skip mandatory updates. 14. Which mentoring practice supports problem solving among recruits? A. Asking guided questions to encourage critical thinking. B. Providing all answers directly. C. Discouraging inquiry. D. Relying on lecture-style delivery. 15. In curriculum development, sequencing content should be based on A. Learner readiness and complexity of tasks. B. Random assignment of topics. C. Instructor convenience. D. Historical order of laws. 16. An effective evaluation method for use of force training is A. Written reflections only. B. Simulated scenarios with performance-based assessment. C. Peer discussions only. D. True-false quizzes. 17. Which communication skill is essential when testifying in court? A. Clarity and accuracy under cross-examination. B. Speaking in jargon. C. Offering personal opinions. D. Avoiding eye contact. 18. The primary purpose of formative evaluation in MCOLES training is A. Monitor progress and adjust instruction. B. Certify final competency. C. Eliminate weak learners early. D. Meet only administrative requirements. 19. Which strategy enhances long-term retention of arrest procedures? A. Repeated scenario practice. B. Reading policies once. C. Passive lectures. D. Memorizing definitions only. 20. Mentors should provide feedback that is A. Immediate, specific, and constructive. B. Delayed and vague. C. Punitive, without guidance. D. Ignored to promote independence. 21. The best way to ensure ethical decision-making is taught effectively is A. Case studies and reflective discussions. B. Memorizing department slogans. C. Isolated quizzes without context. D. Ignoring ethical dilemmas. 22. When evaluating leadership in recruits, instructors should assess A. Peer collaboration and initiative. B. Handwriting neatness. C. Test scores only. D. Memorization speed. 23. Which principle reflects Knowles' theory of adult learning in law enforcement training? A. Adults need practical application of skills. B. Adults avoid responsibility in learning. C. Adults prefer passive instruction. D. Adults reject problem-solving approaches. 24. The best curriculum design for MCOLES emphasizes A. Alignment with performance standards. B. Instructor personal preferences. C. Excessive theory without application. D. Randomized objectives. 25. Which evaluation method ensures reliability? A. Standardized rubrics with measurable criteria. B. Instructors' mood-based grading. C. Unstructured peer comments. D. Oral questioning only. 26. Effective communication during de-escalation relies on A. Calm tone and open body language. B. Yelling louder than the subject. C. Ignoring emotional cues. D. Avoiding dialogue. 27. Which strategy best supports regulatory compliance audits? A. Documenting all training activities accurately. B. Relying on verbal assurances. C. Skipping written reports. D. Using outdated templates. 28. In mentoring, modeling is effective because A. Learners observe correct behavior in context. B. Learners memorize without context. C. Mentors avoid demonstration. D. It eliminates critical thinking. 29. Which adult learning approach works best for cultural sensitivity training? A. Role-play and reflective discussion. B. Memorizing terms only. C. Silent reading. D. Watching lectures passively. 30. When developing a new course, the first step is A. Conducting a needs assessment. B. Writing the final exam. C. Choosing room layout. D. Selecting audiovisual tools. 31. The primary function of summative evaluation is A. Determine final mastery of competencies. B. Provide ongoing feedback. C. Identify learner motivation. D. Encourage brainstorming. 32. Communication breakdown in team operations is often caused by A. Lack of clarity in instructions. B. Use of radio codes. C. Excessive feedback loops. D. Repetition of orders. 33. Which curriculum model ensures recruits are prepared for fieldwork? A. Competency-based training design. B. Lecture-only model. C. Memorization-based curriculum. D. Unguided self-study. 34. Mentoring effectiveness is measured by A. Growth in recruit confidence and skill performance. B. Number of hours spent mentoring. C. Quantity of paperwork completed. D. Frequency of social meetings. 35. Which method promotes reflective practice in recruits? A. Journaling after simulations. B. Memorizing penal codes. C. Avoiding discussion. D. taking timed quizzes. 36. An essential principle of evaluation is A. Validity and reliability of assessment tools. B. Random grading decisions. C. Subjective instructor impressions only. D. Ignoring benchmarks. 37. The most effective way to communicate expectations to recruits is A. Clear and consistent articulation of standards. B. Allowing assumptions to develop. C. Withholding key information. D. Providing contradictory feedback. 38. To meet MCOLES standards, curriculum development must include A. Alignment with statutory and procedural requirements. B. Instructors' personal stories only. C. Random content. D. Minimal documentation. 39. Which adult learning principle applies to police report writing instruction? A. Providing real-world practice scenarios. B. Assigning abstract essays. C. Ignoring practical exercises. D. Relying on rote memorization. 40. Which mentoring style fosters self-confidence? A. Coaching with guided autonomy. B. Over-controlling instructions. C. Withholding responsibility. D. Passive observation. 41. Which is the best method for evaluating investigative interviewing skills? A. Observation of role play with rubrics. B. Multiple choice written exams only. C. Memorizing textbook phrases. D. Peer gossip. 42. Which communication skill is vital for supervisors mentoring new officers? A. Providing constructive, timely feedback. B. Using vague, generalized praise. C. Avoiding dialogue. D. Criticizing without solutions.